Talkin' Tunes on Eagle 97, WEFG FM, Whitehall, Muskegon. All 70s all the time.
And now, coming to you live.
Good morning, good morning.
Everybody, let's sing along.
Hi there. My name is Roland Sandberg, and I tune in to Eagle 97, WEFG, all the way here in Finland, Europe. Lots of greetings from Finland.
Good morning, and welcome to another edition of Talkin' Tunes. I'm your announcer, Kitty Litter. Today's show is brought to you by GTE. GTE, working for you. Now it's time to talk to the Loon Tunes of Talkin' Tunes. Give them a call at 759-0544. That's 759-0544. Here they are, the Talkin' Tunes crew on Eagle 97's Talkin' Tunes.
0544. G-Man's in the house.
Hey, I got my G-Man fix this morning. Big old bear hug.
That's what I'm talking about.
And he was bare.
Oh, ooh.
That's a scary thought and sight.
No, it was lovely. Quite lovely.
Okay. Talking Tunes, I'm Oscar Osbo. We're here with Annette. We have the G-Man in the house. Wendy is here. And, of course, over at Thunderbolt Gym, we have John Flex Your Pecs Van Wyck.
Don't mention anything about my zipper either.
We wouldn't think of it, John.
Yeah.
How's your prostate, by the way?
I found it.
And we have, of course...
At least I found it on an anatomical map the other day, so I know. At least I know where it is now.
Well, I think you better
out the window.
Get it back.
Of course, we have Bill Iddings over there, the Chronicle guy.
Hi there.
And Brian Wershame, who is the West Michigan Web Designs guy, /JC/ I hit my face against a beer bottle.
Lightweight champion. Not.
Okay.
And we're getting all pumped up here at Thunderbolt Gym in Whitehall, 6414 East Colby.
Hey, John.
What? Oh.
Have him work real extensively with Brian. So next time.
Hey, Greg, you ought to talk. I see you're too embarrassed to come up here.
Hey, how's your prostate, John?
I want to see you get on one of these treadmills with me, pal.
At least when we all stand up, you can see our belt buckle.
Hey, you know what? You're the one with the zipper that's broken, and you still can't see what's down there, buddy.
Well,
so don't go there with
some
me.
Some people would consider that a plus.
Yeah.
At least I can see mine when I sit down.
It's already
That's
started.
been debated. That's been debated.
Gets out of hand. I think we should tell people they got some tremendous equipment up here. This is a great setup.
Now, is Brenda there with you?
Yeah, she's right at the front counter right now.
Okay, how about Lynn and Nick?
They're not here yet, but they're on their way.
Okay. Now, Brenda Rogers went and saw her yesterday and went setting the equipment up, and she said, I'll be there at 7:30. Now, she wasn't there, was she, John?
Well, she was real close.
Real close.
We were early.
Okay.
Yeah, so much for those guys are never early.
Huh?
She told us what you said.
We heard about the caveat.
Oh.
The caveat. Oh.
Nothing escapes us.
Nothing escapes you, Bill.
The boat.
Only thing that escapes from John is something out of his pants. But anyway, we
I got it contained. Thank you.
We got to explain that.
I have it contained.
You went to McDonald's to go to the facilities
And get some coffee.
Uh-huh.
He got so excited about this coffee. Pretty good coffee, but however.
You broke the zipper in your pants.
Yeah, my forearm muscles twitched when I was pulling my zipper down, and it broke off in my hand.
How many times did it twitch, John?
Zipper did. And there goes the family audience.
There goes the family.
Yeah, really. Want to let you know, too, that this will be kind of exciting. Next week, of course, we'll be over at Cinema Carousel with Ron Van Timmeren, Executive Vice President. And, of course, I invited Paul Beatty to join us to ride the carousel.
And Greg's going to do the Carousel Marathon, right?
Yeah, I think so. Him and Paul Beatty.
Carouselathon.
And I will be in Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Okay. Not with Paul Beatty.
He hasn't talked to me.
Can you blame
He's
him?
surprising you.
Okay, so now we've got Thunderbolt Gym. We've got some giveaways over there. Now, have you seen the Cinema Carousel tickets yet?
Yes, we have. We found them.
Okay, so what we'll do is the first... we've got about, 5 or 6 there? I tell you, the first 5 people that come in, we'll give them a pass for 2 to Cinema Carousel if they stop over at Thunderbolt Gym right on Colby Street there in Whitehall.
They can register when they come in. They can register all day long. They're going to be doing a drawing for a 3 month membership, too. So all you've got to do is just come in, fill out your name and address, and put your name in the fishbowl and or in the mason jar up there.
$39 value.
Yep, and be eligible for a 3 month membership here.
Put my name down, will you?
And John, I just want you to know, I just look and I can see my belt buckle. Thank you very much.
Registrations for the G-Man.
Okay.
Now, when they get
Let's
those,
not pick on him until later.
And a map to get to Whitehall.
when they get those tickets, when they get those cinema carousel tickets, all they got to do is come in and say, "I'll pump you up," okay?
Do they have to say it like that?
Oh, no, a little bit more like Arnold if they can. I'll pump you up. Something like that. Anyway. What about the weather?
Suggesting that.
Now, speaking of pump you up, hi, Annette.
What about the weather? And speaking of your Dow situation you had, well, we didn't talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, as far as weather, John?
Well, today it's calling for partly sunny, although it's very bright and sunshiny up here in Whitehall, and mostly sunny this afternoon, high around 40, northeast wind at 10 to 25 miles an hour. And the temperature right now is 32 degrees with a wind chill factor of 17 degrees.
All right.
It's going to be a really nice weekend. It's going to be mostly sunny all day tomorrow, and it's not calling for any rain in the forecast throughout. I've got an extended forecast through Wednesday, and it's not calling for any rain or precipitation at all. So. But it's not going to get warm enough to work on the boat yet, though. No. It's only just on highs in the mid-30s all week, so.
But you can work out there at Thunderbolt Gym.
We can work in here at Thunderbolt Gym. You're absolutely right.
Okay. Now, we have G-Man live here now. It's not a tape. He's really here.
I'm really here.
So, did he have an editorial?
Did he walk up the stairs under his own power, or did somebody have to help him?
Well, I heard a couple of huffs and puffs on the way up. But,
See if there's a coffee break halfway.
Yeah, he's having a little problem with those chicken ankles.
Yeah. Hey, John, how's the Scotch-O-Matic machine up there?
Not bad. I didn't go far enough downtown Whitehall to see if Todd's was open yet, but.
Well, it's kind of nice to have the G-Man back in the house, just so you guys can pick on him. He can pick back now, so that's good. Before we just pick it on him.
Yeah, I know.
Before that,
the last couple of weeks has been pick on Greg, and he couldn't pick back.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's just nice to have him back in the house, because it's nice to have him back in the house.
Thank you, Bill.
Yeah. It's because you're not here, Bill.
That isn't what you said last week, Bill.
It sounds like a group hug coming up.
Yeah, I think so. Anyway, do you have an editorial there, G-Man?
Okay, this week's editorial is brought to you by the G-Man. The date? March 21st. This editorial is my opinion only. If you have any problems, please call 739-2989. Okay, talking about... Oh, first I have to thank Annette for the really fine job that she did last week with the editorial. And editorial this week. Actually, I have two. The first editorial, we were talking just in the studio before the show. Just a couple weeks ago, there was a bad storm, and I was driving down, and this is going out to Joe Public on what would you do in this situation. And I was driving in the corner.
Wait a minute, Joe Public, if they want to call, 759-0544.
Right. Because I was, clueless on this, like I'm clueless on most issues. But I'm driving down in the corner of Sherman and Lincoln, and there's a guy standing out in a blizzard with a sign saying, "Please help me. I have children. I need food. Please help me. God bless you."
He was out in front of Famous Recipe Chicken last night at the corner of Henry and Sherman.
That guy. Yeah.
That guy.
Okay. So it's winter. It's cold. The violins are playing, and I'm curious. All right. So I turned back around and by a store and just to talk to the people, said, "Do you know this guy? Is this guy for real?" And they said, "Well, we've seen him exactly the corner that you said, John." What would you do if you saw someone out there with a sign saying that they needed food for their children? Would you stop and give them food?
Did you see that thing on Hard Copy last week about that town in South Carolina where the whole bunch of these people live and live in in huge mansions and drive Rolls Royce?
Oh, yeah.
And they go out on field trips like that.
And that's exactly
what they do.
That's exactly what I was telling you about.
When I saw that guy last night, I was going to stop by and see if he had a southern accent.
Well, yeah, and that's my point is that would you help the guy or would you tell the guy to get a job or That was pretty, you know, it's kind of a hard question there.
You know, it's interesting.
I haven't seen this guy now. Is this guy, like, missing any limbs or in a wheelchair?
No.
No.
Just, this is Greg's editorial, right?
Yeah, you could have went out there, Brian.
So where'd all these other people come from? What's the point of this editorial?
The point of this editorial, is, number one, is for Joe Public, what would you do? So it is open for discussion.
You know what I think is a good way to sometimes tell is
No, man. You got to take a point of view here. Yeah, that's what an editorial is. Take a point of view, Greg.
My point of view?
What would you do?
Well, he turned around.
I turned around.
Well, what did you do if you did that?
It further.
Flashed him the bird or what?
No. After
Trying to run him over?
No.
Drove through the big mud pond? Now let's listen. What did you do?
Okay, Three Stooges. Okay. What I did was I actually turned around to investigate the situation after finding out that this guy was basically kind of a con artist. I left. But, hey, if that's a tough decision. It's cold. It's outside. You know, what would you do?
Well, I tell you, if you give them food or something like that, many times you'll find that that's not good enough because it's the money they're after to either buy booze or drugs or to get rich from.
Coming from the New York and
On the other hand, boys and girls.
Yeah, but what if they wanted,
you
know, if this guy was really hurting and, you know, you throw him a can of lima beans. So that was a question. Like, it was just a question. It was out there for just your opinion. Number two.
Really hold on,
750-544 if you want to make a comment on that. And, Bill, you're going to say something real quick?
What I was going to say was this. 6 months ago, outside of one of our local industries, there was a guy with a sign that said he needed a job, and the person who owned that business came out and gave him a job.
He didn't show up, did he?
Yes, he did.
For how long?
He's still working there.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Well, good. There goes my cynicism right out the window.
Well,
so
but
one
but
works.
that's a little bit different. If you're willing to take a job, you're not asking for a handout. You're actually willing to work for what you're going to get.
Yeah, I mean, this guy didn't. I saw last night, and obviously Greg saw the same guy. He didn't have a sign that said, "I will work for food." It just said,
"Give me food."
Give me food.
Well, it basically said, "Have children, have needs, please help, God bless," or something like that. You know.
But, you know,
guys aren't even willing to work for it. I mean, come on. He's out there working. I have needs, too, but I don't advertise them on our sign.
That's the sign of the billboard I saw there, Bill, down the road. You got needs all right, buddy.
This is high-tech. High-tech begging. I think Greg had another point.
Now, we'll let me get the point, but the other point I was telling to Greg is that I remember growing up in the Detroit area, going to Tiger Stadium all the time, and there was always people out there that were playing guitars and doing whatever else, asking for money.
They're still there.
Yeah, and they made good money because I saw the one guy that was playing the guitar that was kind of dressed up kind of raggedy and everything else.
Called the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah, they probably make more money than the Tigers. Yeah, but he drove away in his Cadillac.
Deservedly
so anyway.
Oop, got to go inside. It's game time.
That's right. Got box tickets.
But I guess if they're doing something, you know, like entertaining or something, that's a little
different. I don't have a
different
problem with that.
than just begging.
That's food for thought.
Okay, point two.
The second editorial is, John, I don't know how you feel about this, or Joe Public, how do you feel about this, is campaign reform. Once again, Congress and our president, they dropped the ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
They dropped the ball.
I think, Greg, you know what my politics are. I think every one of those guys ought to leave office this November.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that's absolutely ridiculous.
They dropped the ball.
They've got to do something with that thing. I mean, Bill Clinton and I'm not going to put down Bill Clinton because every president's done that, but every weekend he's out raising money for the Democratic Party. You know, and it's millions of dollars, and they call it soft money, and that stuff's not being used for the proper things, and it's being just abused all over the place. And it's being, the thing is, I mean, the national elections are the high profile. It's the local elections that don't get the high profile. Where's that money coming from in the local elections?